Yeah, hi Daniel. Good morning. Yeah, hi Siva Prasad. Good morning. Am I audible, guys?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Siva. We'll wait for a few more minutes while the other participants join in. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hi Sweta. Hey, hi everyone. Mohammed here. Am I audible?
Yes, Mohammed.
Now, can you see my screen?
Yes, that's good.
Okay. Are you able to see the document introduction to SAP S/4HANA FICO?
Yes.
Okay, fine. That's great. So, hi everyone. This is Mohammed here. So, we have, I think so, Siva, it's you. We have Sweta, and then we have Daniel, right? Daniel, are you able to hear me? And Sweta as well? Can
Yeah,
you
I
all?
can hear you.
Yeah, thanks. Daniel,
Yes,
that's
yes,
great. That's great. You all are able to see the screens, right? Okay. So I welcome you
yeah,
all to the introduction to SAP S/4HANA FICO training by Unigix. So let us start the agenda that we have for today. Okay. So it's like a 2-day demo session that we'll be having. The first day, uh, that is today, the first topic would be trainer and student introduction. Then we have what is the methodology of teaching at Unigix. Then what all would be the deliverables during the curriculum, what all we would be delivering as an institute to you as a student. Then we have introduction to ERP, enterprise resource planning. Then we have we'll be going through what is SAP and what are the different modules in SAP. Okay. Then we'll have a demo of what is the SAP system or what is the SAP S/4HANA system and the entire course. And the last thing that we'll have today would be what will you learn from this course and who can learn SAP FICO. So you'll be able to clear all your doubts, whether you can, you might have certain doubts who can learn SAP FICO, will be able to clear this by the end of the day. So tomorrow it would be day 2. So type of projects, types of consultants in SAP. Okay. Then again, we'll have a demo in the SAP system tomorrow as well. Then we have what are the roles of SAP FICO consultant. Then you'll have basics of accounting. Then what exactly is the course content at Unigix. Okay. And then what are the job prospects and responsibilities of the students that we expect, that I expect as a trainer. Okay. So guys, anytime if you feel that I am going fast, you can always go ahead and unmute yourself and stop me. And if you have any queries or any doubts, okay, while I'm giving the demo session today, so you can definitely go ahead and unmute yourself and ask the questions. Okay. Is it clear? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And one request that I want, I'm requesting everyone, just try to give me verbal notes in the meeting so that I'm aware that you all are able to hear me. Okay, guys? Okay. Thank you so much. So let us start. Okay. So the first section is about the trainer and student introduction. So hi, everyone. This is Mohammed Sheikh. Okay. I have 15 plus years of experience. 2 years have been into core finance, and we could say 13 years of experience into SAP FICO consultant. Okay. I am currently working with a US multinational company, which is a SAP partner company, and I have trained 500 plus students in SAP FICO module. With regards to my qualification is BBA and MBA financial management. I've also completed professional Scrum Master, that is PSM1 certification from scrum.org. So this is about me. So now can you all start and try to give a brief introduction about yourself, like what is your name, what is your experience, in which domain you are currently working for, and what are you looking for uh, after completing this training. Let us start with Siva Prasad. Yes, Siva.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, Siva. We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Siva.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sure, Prasad. I have a total experience of 18 years in
Mm-hmm.
finance and accounting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working in an MNC. My
Mm-hmm.
qualification is BCom and I completed my CMA.
Great, yeah. So you have completed CMA, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And guys, if you any time
Same
find my
India.
okay, CMA India, right?
Yes.
Okay, great to hear. So what are you looking for after completing this training? What is your objective like?
So my objective is to learn some different career perspective. So I'm looking for some doing some other courses
Mm-hmm.
to understand better knowledge and everything. So SAP is uh, widely been widely been uh, in different organizations. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for even different career growth and other organization. I've been into manufacturing sector for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm planning to move ahead with different organization. So
Nice to hear.
that is
Nice to
also
hear.
major reason
Mm-hmm.
for looking up.
Absolutely, absolutely. You want to advance in your career. So, Siva, let me ask you one
Yes.
question. Currently, do you work on SAP as an end user? Have you worked any
Yeah,
time on
yes,
SAP?
yes, an account.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we use as an accounting tool, just
Uh-huh.
posting some journal entries and
Okay.
preparing the balance sheets and everything. That's it,
Great.
not more than that.
Okay.
So,
So
so I
you.
don't know about the setup process and everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're working in the R2R, right? Record to report process,
Yes,
right? Okay.
yes, correct.
Nice to hear that.
Yes.
So you are at the right place. Okay, now can we have uh, Sweta? Can you go ahead and give a brief introduction?
Yeah. Hi. So I'm Shweta. I come from a background of BCom MBA. So
Mm-hmm.
I have an experience of 3 years. I work in Cognizant. So for me, SAP is completely new. I come from a background of investment banking. So I haven't used SAP so far, even from an end user perspective. So since SAP is having a great opportunity scope right now, so I'm trying to switch my domain to SAP.
Great. Yeah, because Cognizant itself has its consulting, you could say, branch or line of business. They have the consulting, so it would be easy for you to get an IGP also. Nice to hear that. Thanks, Sweta.
Mhm.
Now, Daniel, can you go ahead and give a
Thank you.
brief introduction?
Yeah, Mohammed. Hi. So this is Daniel,
Mhm.
uh, and pretty much whatever Shweta told is the same with me. But I come from a BSc, uh, MBA background,
Mhm.
BSc Computer Science, and then an MBA in a general MBA. So I do work in the same company as Shweta works, and as of now we are into a non-IT project. When we were working through it, we thought this is not the right thing to do because there is no much opportunities
Mhm.
and the work has become autonomous. So we thought switch to an IT domain. So at that time we came to know about SAP,
Mhm.
and hence we are here. So the expectation from us is like at the end of the course, maybe we should be confident enough to just sit for an interview with SAP for an SAP career role so that it is easy for the switch. That is all we expect.
Okay, that's great. So you are also currently working with Cognizant, right? You both are colleagues?
Yes, that's right.
Nice to
Yep.
hear that. Nice to hear that. So we have a group, to be very true, who has a lot of experience. And yes, everyone wants to advance in the career. Nice to hear that. So now let us go ahead further. Now the next topic that we have is what is the methodology of teaching, right? So the methodology of teaching at UnoGigs, what we follow is simple. Okay. First of all, I would be explaining you all the business scenarios which are covered in the FI and CO module, which are required for you from the interview or your job perspective. Okay. So each and every chapter would be explained in detail, and all the chapters would be given demo in the SAP system. So it would be like, I'll give you my methodology of teaching. First is about the concept. What exactly is the concept? Okay. The second is about configuration, that we do the configuration in the system, the developer does. Okay. And the last thing is, if you want to know whether the configuration is correct or not, that last step is known as testing, which is the end user. So what Siva is rightly currently now doing, okay, he does some GL postings, okay. So he's just doing those postings currently now, but which GL to be posted, okay, and what should be the length of the GL, okay, which GL should be categorized as a balance sheet GL, which GL should be categorized as a P&L GL, okay. Those things are decided and configured in the system by the developer, that is known as a functional developer, that is the financial accounting consultant, okay. So this is like the bigger picture. So this is what I follow. First is about the concept. If you understand the concept, then I go into the system and we do the configuration in the system. After doing the configuration, then we do the testing in order to confirm whatever concept we have thought, everything is working fine. Okay. So this is my methodology of teaching. If you have any queries, you can ask for this section. Should I go ahead? Yeah.
So you will be covering all the things because
Yeah.
even I spoke to Prasad regarding this one.
Mhm.
So there were, I saw a certification of two kind of certification like professional and there is another one. So will you be covering all the topics and is it good to go with the certification after the completion of the course?
See, absolutely, you can go with the certification, Siva, but you cannot directly go for the professional one. Okay. So it's like first you'll have to go through the application associate. Then there is a hierarchy in SAP. First, you'll have to do the application associate, that is the entry level. Then as you go on having the experience in SAP world, then you go to the expert level.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is what. So as soon as you complete, okay, this course, you can go for the application associate one, because the other things, okay,
Okay.
the professional one, it it is a bit tricky, okay, and it requires more real time, you could say, hands-on experience with SAP. So that is what the SAP hierarchy is. No need to worry on that front, because as soon as you complete the application associate associate as well, you would be a certified consultant. Clear?
Okay. Will we
Okay.
have any I heard some validity for the certification. So will we have
Well,
any such kind of a thing?
no, no, not any such kind of a thing, to be very true, because now, earlier, what used to have, what information I have for now, the latest one is that earlier it was like, if you pay 50,000 rupees, you were getting 6 attempts. Okay. Sorry, you were getting 3 attempts for each
Okay.
certification. It was providing you 6 certification in one entire year. Okay. Now what
Okay.
they have, I think so, exactly what they are now changing is that earlier you can book yourself, okay, from your own computer on a personal laptop. But now they are again going the earlier way of assigning, authorizing training centers. So that is what one correction they have. But in detail, I think so Prasad would be the best person to guide you on this. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll talk to him.
So you can just reiterating again, you cannot directly go for professional certification, because for professional certification you need to have an application associate with you. Okay, it's like 12 BCom and then you go for masters. Similar way. Clear, Siva? Any
Okay.
queries? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So nothing. Thanks.
Okay. Great. Okay. Now
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, Daniel. Go ahead.
Yeah, so since you spoke about certification, so just a layman question. So is it mandatory to have a certification in
See,
order to get a job once we complete our
see.
training?
No, no, I'll tell you. See, I have many people, okay, who are not certified. What companies also do? Companies, as if you're not certified as well, and if you are the right candidate during the interview, because this is like a fresher course, okay. you would be like a you could say you won't be like a 5 to 10 years of experienced guy after completing this course, but you would be as a fresher, and the company finds you suitable regarding your knowledge, regarding whatever you go through the interview. Companies also provide you certification option. Companies, because each company, the consulting companies, they want their employees to be certified, because what happens is that when they go for the project, for asking for a project, okay, they have to tell how many certified consultants they have in the team, so they prepare their presentation that way. So no need to worry on that front. Even if you don't do a certification, you would be able to get it for free if you go to the right company. Like take for example, Capgemini, Cognizant itself. Okay, Cognizant also, because I have many of my friends, so they also go ahead and provide the certification. IBM, okay, these big companies, they provide the certification, so no need to worry on that front. Okay, clear, Daniel?
Okay. Yeah,
Satisfied?
yeah,
Yeah.
Mohammed, got you.
Okay, great.
Just one more
Mm-hmm.
thing to add
Go
on
ahead.
here. Uh, so as you told, we'll be going as a fresher to the company, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as far as I heard and I know, people like companies don't recruit fresher in this S for HANA or SAP world. So
See,
they
I'll
always look for people with prior
see,
experience, right?
I'll tell
So
you to be
how do you
very
go
true.
with that?
I'll tell
So
you. Yeah, that's a good question. See, like take for example, Siva is 18 plus years of experience, right? So he knows SAP as an end user in and out, right? Now, see what happens is that there is a notion that people think that companies only want the experienced guy. But the other thing, if you look towards the other side, is that like take for example, Siva. Siva is like 18 plus years of experience as an end user. He's working on the SAP system. So what happens is that if you have that qualification, so company knows that this person has been into the system. He knows the processes. So now this functional consultant, it is also known as a developer. He's also known as a developer. We don't do coding. The functional developers don't do coding, but we need to know the entire business process. Okay. Now, what happens in these scenarios is that now when many people tell that you want experienced, okay. Now, what happens? I'll tell you. You can definitely go ahead and do the interview as a fresher. What happens in this scenario is that companies, for each project, you will have in a FI team or a financial accounting and controlling team, you might have 3 to 4 people. Now, these 3 to 4 people, only one would be a senior consultant. The other two would be normal consultants, and then it would be a trainee consultant. So you definitely have the option. The other thing is that now take for example, uh, I'm just giving the example of Siva right now because he is into SAP. Now he is posting to a transaction, right? On a GL. He's posting to a GL. Now, if there is a requirement from the client to just go ahead and do some master data changes for that GL account, so a training consultant or fresher can do easily. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean that all the members of the team needs to be 5 plus years of experience. So in our team also we have freshers. It's not like that freshers are not going to get, because company also knows if they are not going to hire freshers, what will happen. And the other thing is that I'll tell you one more thing is that for you to, as you all are part of Cognizant, see the other good point for you is that you have a line of business of a consulting. So what you all can do, you all can apply for IJPs. Now, what happens is that if the company is getting a resource that is already trained on SAP in-house, so it becomes easy for the company and the company saves a lot on hiring a new consultant. So for you, this is the scenario. For Siva, it's a different scenario. But yes, to be very true, the only thing is about getting to the interview and trying to clear the interview, because that 45 minutes would be very crucial for you. Yes, clear now, Daniel? Or you have some
yeah,
more doubts?
got it.
Yeah.
As of now, good. Thank you so much.
And one more thing I'll just like to add is that many people tell that uh, the depth of the water is too much. Okay, should I go ahead and okay enter the water or not? But we should need to give a try somewhere down the line, right? Now, as you said, you're working on a repetitive work, right? So AI is going to be very true. The only thing people want to go ahead and advance in the careers is that uh, SAP job pays you much more than what you're exactly currently doing. It pays you 3 to 4 times more. The other thing is that yes, as you go through the course, you'll get to know you will not be just working on 1 or 2 transactions. It would be a business process like the R2R process, P2P process, order to cash process. Okay. So it is big, but yes, with practice and you could say with daily practice and trying to understand the concepts, okay, you will be able to achieve it. Okay, Daniel? Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweta,
man. Got it.
Siva,
Thank you
clear?
so much.
Yeah. Okay, great. Now let us go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah, thanks. Now, what are the deliverables? Okay, so it would be a real-time training with business scenarios. So what I would be doing is, I'll be whenever I'm going to go ahead and teach you any topic, I would be giving you real-time examples with what are the business scenarios. Okay, and at Unogix, you will also be provided with the study material. We'll be providing you the study material. You will also get the lifetime access to recorded sessions, and we would also be providing you SAP S4 HANA system, live system. Okay. Many institutes don't provide you the hands-on system. Okay. So I think so it's approximately 3 months that would be provided. More detail would be provided to you by Prasad. Now, I will also be going ahead and telling you what are the interview questions that would be asked, what are the important topics during the training session itself. So you can go ahead and mark those questions and go ahead and learn it. Now, we'll also be helping you with resume preparation and also with mock interviews. What are the questions in the interviews that would be asked? And also, Unogix would be providing you with the job assistance. Okay. Now let us go ahead with the next topic. Now let us come to this topic, the introduction to ERP. Okay. Now ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Now what is ERP? ERP is a suite of software applications that an organization uses to integrate and manage its business activities, such as finance and accounting, warehouse operations, procurement, project management, okay, along with sales and marketing. So it's nothing but you could say it is managing of the business activities. That is what is ERP. Okay. Now let us go to a decentralized system. Now this concept is very crucial. Okay. Now what earlier used to happen is that data was maintained locally at individual departments. Now department means modules in SAP. I'll go into much detail later onwards, but just giving you gist. Departments means modules in SAP. Earlier, data was maintained locally at a local department. But now, what happened is that as the data was maintained locally, so the other department never knew what is happening with the other department. Now, let us take, for example, one simple scenario. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, what happened is that Tata Motors, let's take the example of Tata Motors. Now you have a sales order. You have an inquiry that can you deliver me 100 cars, okay, within 1 month. Now this inquiry has come to which department? It has come to the sales department, okay. Now what used to happen earlier is that as data was maintained locally with each department, you don't have that much contact with the other department. Now, this sales department, will it be able to go ahead and take an order on an emergency basis or not? It depends, right? Because it doesn't know how much inventory is available with the inventory department. Okay. Now, take for example, the inventory is not available with the inventory department. Now, what will the other thing is that then it would be a production planning team. So we'll need to check with the production planning team whether they have that much potential to go ahead and manufacture 100 cars within, take for example, 1 month or 2 months. Okay. For that also, we'll need to check with the finance team whether the money is available in the bank currently or not for that many cars to be manufactured. Now, if the production planning team requires more personnel means the employees, more employees to for manufacturing of the cars, then who will go ahead and hire it, whether they have a bench strength or not, like we have in projects, or the HR department needs to hire it. So earlier, what used to happen is that this data was maintained locally. So each department was not able to know the details of the data of the other department, and in order the decision making used to take time. So this is what is the decentralized system. Now in SAP, what happens is that we have the centralized system. We have the centralized system. Centralized system means data here is maintained at a central location. Now in SAP S4 HANA, data is maintained on the cloud level. Okay, so what happens? Data is maintained at a central location. So this sales department will have access to information about the inventory department, as well as the finance department, as well as the HR department, as well as the production planning department. So each department will have access to the information of the other department through a centralized system. Now what happens is that if you have, now let's take your example. Okay, now let us take your example. Now you everyone uses Google Maps. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Now take for
Yes.
example, you want to go from uh, Kanyakumari to Kashmir. Okay. Let's take for example, or to Delhi. You want to go to Delhi. Now, earlier there wasn't information that much on your mobile. Now with Google Maps, you are able to know how much time is it going to take by walking, how much time it is going to take by if you take a car, how much time it is going to take if you're using a flight, how much it is going to take by using a train, right? Now why it is available, information is available at to you, because that information is stored in the Google Maps at a central location. So that makes your life easier. Okay. So this is, you would say, a similar example to maintaining data at a centralized location. So what happens in a company? Okay, in a company, all the information about the company, all the departments is maintained at a central location. All the departments can have access to that information. Okay. So what happens as datas are interconnected with each other for each department can go ahead and make the decision making faster. Okay, and it helps them make decisions easier. Clear with this concept? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to give me verbal nods so that I'm aware that I can go ahead. Okay, thanks. Now as you all are aspiring, okay, to do the SAP course, now you all might have definitely researched how many ERPs are there in the market. Okay, so there are many ERPs: Oracle, BAN, Microsoft, JD Edwards, Marshall, etc. Okay, now but SAP has more than 60% of the market share. Now as SAP has more than 60% of the market share, what happens? We will require more consultants, we will require more employees. I think so. I was reading the article yesterday as well. In technology, there are not that much skilled labor is not available. Okay, the demand is more, the supply is less. So uh, in SAP world also, when you start off, so it will take a period of time. After you gain more and more experience, then you'll become more valuable to the SAP world. Okay, so similar way, so it has 60% market share, so it means that it will have more job requirements. And regarding our module, okay, I'll go into detail. Financial accounting module, it is like mandatory, because the company which is actually implementing or installing SAP into the system, the first module they do is financial accounting module, FI module. And then you could say controlling would be a management accounting, but the mandatory would be financial accounting, because each company needs to prepare balance sheet. Each company needs to prepare P&L statement, profit and loss statement. Without implementing FI, they won't be able to do anything. Am I right, Siva?
Yes. I have one question
Yeah,
now.
go
Can I
ahead.
ask you?
Go ahead, go ahead. No worries.
Okay. So, as a SAP consultant, okay,
Mhm,
we used to set up all the accounting, all the informations right in the system.
mhm,
Okay.
mhm,
So once it's all done, all the setup is done. So will still the consultant will be working for that concern, and what will be the role after all
And
the accounting setup has been done?
yeah, true, true, true. See, we have that on the second day, but I'll just give you a gist about it. Okay. So, take for example, you are the implementing consultant. You implemented SAP. Now, what you do is after that, after the go live happens, then there is a hypercare, of 1 or 2 months. It might be 3 months, depending on the client. It is like hand holding the client and giving the project to the client, handing over the project. After that, what happens is that after that you require a support consultant, that is known as a support project. So you have implementation project, then you have a support project, and this support project is like ongoing. They definitely require it, because even if you train a normal end user on certain things, because when you go into detail and start learning SAP, you'll try to know that it is much more. It's much more. You could say informative, as well as it is much more. You could say a bigger job, because when companies are going to pay you 3 to 4 times that you're currently earning, so definitely there would be a criticality as well. So support project is the ongoing support, that is also known as ongoing support. So that particular thing is not going to end. And the other thing is that this is the second type of project. Third is you could say upgrading project. Like on your mobile you have Android, right? Yes, you have
Yeah.
Android, right? And each year you could say, or in 6 months, a new version comes up, right? So what happens is that companies also want to get more features from SAP. If they want to get more features on SAP from SAP, they'll go ahead and try to upgrade their projects. That is also an upgrade project. Okay. And then we have a rollout project also. So I have a particular section, I think so, that is on day 2. We'll be going into detail what are the different types of projects tomorrow. Okay, clear, Siva?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Now, introduction to SAP. SAP stands for Systems, Applications, and Products and Data Processing. Now, many people tell SAP. SAP is not the right word. It is SAP, Systems, Applications, and Products and Data Processing. So this was actually started, okay, by 5 ex-IBM employees in 1972. And you would be surprised, the first software that they had, you could say, developed or created was financial accounting software. Okay. So these were the 5 people: Wellenruther, Hop, Hector, Platner, and T. Skera. Okay. So this is about how SAP was started. Now let's go to modules in SAP. Now, as I earlier informed you all, modules in SAP means departments in SAP. What are the different departments in SAP? Okay. So you have a functional module and a technical module that you see over here, functional and technical. Now, technical means you require coding. So these are the people, engineering people. Okay. So in SAP also you have a coding team, and in coding also you have different modules. Like you have the basis module, you have the ABAP module, then you have business warehousing, then you have security, then you have SAP Enterprise Portal. Now let us go to see what happens. Basis module means the people that are responsible for installing SAP in on the laptop or on the system. These people are known as basis people, and they are responsible for performance of the software, whether the software is working properly or not. Okay. Now then you have the ABAP people. ABAP people are the ones who are mostly, they work with us, the functional consultants. What they do is that they help us do the coding. They help us create a customized program. Okay. So these are the technical people, the ABAP people, with whom we are on a continuous basis communicating daily. So we will communicate with them on a daily basis. Then you have a security consultant. Um, does anyone know what is a security? Any one of you? Yes, Daniel?
Maybe about the cyber security or something.
Okay, okay, okay. Good try. Daniel, Shweta, you all know anything? Are you all there?
Actually,
Yeah, good.
someone who gives
Mm-hmm.
access.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See, guys, uh, so everyone is working currently, right? You have an user ID and password? Yes.
Yeah.
Siva, you also have a user ID password?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
So that is known as a part of a security consultant. So what security consultants do, whenever you join a company, they will create your user ID and password. And what they would do, they would assign a role for you. Now, Siva, you are currently working in the GL section, right? Do you do any invoice posting
yes.
for uh, accounts payable?
No, I just prepare the journal entries, the general ledger stuffs we do it.
Uh-huh.
So I don't do any account payable
Okay.
activities, anything.
Yeah.
So I
So,
just put
so
some entries.
great. So on what T codes or transaction codes you have access to? Can you tell us?
I don't remember because we have some set of codes which they use that. So like
Okay, you might have
for
added in a
balance sheet.
favorites. You just click on that and it takes you to that screen. Clear, clear. Got it.
Yeah,
So,
we have different tiles will be there in the SAP S/4HANA for entry posting. So
mhm.
we use those tiles to post the entries.
Okay,
Because for
got
the
it.
balance sheet accounts, we
Yes,
have
yes.
some
Yeah, yeah.
codes.
Got it, got
So
it,
like
got it.
1 to 2.
Mhm. So
So those kind
you all are
of we
currently on
never went.
S4. You all are currently on S4, right? Your company is using S4.
Yes, correct.
Oh, great, great. So
Yeah.
actually, instead of T codes, you also have tiles. So that is part of Fiori. Okay, so that is part of making the user experience easier. Earlier, what used to happen is that remembering T codes
Yes,
was a big concern. So now they have got in Fiori. Yeah, that helps you. Just you click on the tile, it will take you to the screen. Okay, so you might have access to a limited tiles,
yes,
right?
correct.
You might have access to limited tiles. Yes,
Yes,
Siva? Yeah.
because we post general ledgers and so there'll be super users. So those people will have the entire access.
Okay, no worries. Yeah. So got it. So these are the authorization, okay, or creating a new user ID and password that is performed by the security consultant. Clear, everyone? Now let us come to the functional module. So functional module is where we are located. Okay. So this is the financial accounting and controlling module. Now financial accounting means creating of P&L statement and balance sheet. Financial accounting is mandatory for each company because each company has to create a P&L statement, a balance sheet statement on a yearly basis. Because if that is not created, you won't be able to pay the income tax. You won't be able to file the returns, right? So it is very important module, financial accounting module. And the other module is known as controlling module. It is known as CO. Okay, controlling means management accounting. You all might have learned in MBA, right? Management accounting. Both of you all have you all learned in MBA management accounting? You also, right, Siva? You also did MBA. Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
So management accounting is, you could say, related with the management. And in management accounting, you don't follow a strict procedure. Okay, like in financial accounting, you have to create a balance sheet as what is given in the Companies Act. Okay, it is mandatory, but controlling module is not mandatory. It depends on the management whether they want to implement controlling module or not. Then you have the sales and distribution module, SD module. This is related with marketing department. Then you have the production planning. Then you have the materials management. Materials management means it is the purchase department. Then you have the quality management. Then you have the human capital management. Now, human capital management means the HR department that you have in your company. Clear, everyone? So this is the difference between a more functional and technical. The big difference is that in functional, you don't need to do coding. Clear? Should I go to the next topic? Yes?
Yeah. Got it.
Oh, great. Now let us go and give a demo to you in the SAP system. Okay, let me just go ahead. So now see, this is, I've already logged in the system now. Now let me just close and I'll show you how we actually do the login. Okay. You are able to see my screen, right? So
Yes.
Prasad will provide you the system access, okay, user ID and password. You'll have to go to run. Okay, you go to run over here in your laptop, enter run. It takes you to the screen. Yes, you are able to see MSTSC. You have to enter MSTSC. After that, okay. So this is the computer connection that Prasad will provide you for the remote desktop. Then you click on connect. Then you say yes. You'll have to give the user ID and password. Okay, I've already given. So it takes me much easier. Okay, so this is the SAP system that you see. Okay, so this is a remote desktop. Now this is the SAP icon. Now let me just go ahead and copy the user ID and password. Okay, so this will be provided to you by Prasad. Okay, now this is known as the SAP GUI icon. That is GUI means graphical user interface. You have to double click on it and it will open a session. Now, if you see over here, the system is S4 HANA. Okay, now I'll just try to enlarge it. See, this is the S4 HANA system. So if you see over here, this is the command field. Okay, from here you can, like you go to the tile Seva, uh, here you can enter the transactions. You go to that particular screen. I'll show it to you. Now let us see. This is the client. Client is 100. So in SAP, what happens if it's a testing server, you'll have a different client. If it's a production server, it will have a different client. If it is a development server, it will have a different client. We'll try to go into detail tomorrow. Okay. Now let us go ahead and put in the user ID. That's key. And then you go to password. See, the logon language is English. You can select multiple languages if you want. So here it is. So we are on this screen. Okay. So if you see here, these are the favorites. We can directly see this is FS00 centrally. Okay. This is where the GL is maintained, GL master data. Now this is known as a command field. From here, I can go ahead and give the command to go into that particular screen. Now let us show you. Okay. Let me show you the developer screen or the consultant screen now. Now, in order to go to that screen, you have to enter SPRO. That is the T code. T code in SAP means the transaction codes. Okay, it means the transaction codes. SPRO stands for SAP Project Reference Object. You click and it takes you to the screen. If you see over here, here it is known as SAP Reference IMG. Okay, this is the SAP Reference IMG. You just click. IMG means implementation guide. So after this course, okay, if you start your career, you would be working as an implementation consultant, or you could say in the implementing team. That is the reason it is known as the implementation guide. So you see over here, as soon as you come into this screen, you will find different modules over here. See, modules means department. Can you all see? This is financial accounting. Then you have controlling. Then you have ABAP. Okay. Then you can see logistics. Okay. Then you can see the product safety, logistic execution, SCM is also there, sales and distribution is there. So this is the screen which Siva, you all don't have access. This access is only available with the functional or the technical consultant. Okay, clear up to now, Daniel?
Yes, ma'am.
If you all have any queries, you all can unmute yourself and ask me. Okay, you can stop me and ask me. So this is the consultant screen. This is where the actual configuration takes place on this screen. Okay. So these are the different modules that we have. So our main focus would be the financial accounting and controlling module. So now let us go ahead and just check in financial accounting what all we have. So if you see over here in financial accounting, you have the global settings. These are the basic settings that are required. Then we have the general ledger accounting. So you work in this department, right, Siva? General ledger accounting. Then you
Yes.
have, yeah, then you have the accounts receivable and accounts payable. Then you have the bank accounting. So whatever configuration we want to make related with the bank, we can go ahead and create it from bank accounting. Okay. Then you have the asset accounting. Okay. And then if you go to controlling, I'll just show you controlling as well. In controlling. So in controlling, okay, in controlling. So it's general controlling. Then you have the cost center accounting, internal orders. Okay. Then you have profit center accounting, profitability analysis. Okay. So now, if you see on the screen, are you able to see? Go ahead.
What do we have?
Go ahead.
What do we have on the supply chain management?
Supply chain
Just
management.
to,
Okay. You can go ahead and
is it related to inventory or the next to financial accounting?
see supply
Next to
chain.
financial accounting.
Yeah, yeah. You mean to this? Your question is SCM related to financial accounting? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's
See,
mentioned financial supply management. I want to just know what is into that. So I doesn't want to
see
go into there. So not in that,
which
not in
one
that, in the
you're
next to financial accounting.
like, okay. Okay,
Yep.
financial supply chain management.
Yep.
Okay. This is related to cash management. See, for an organization to
Okay.
run, okay, for an organization to run, you need to have cash, right?
Mhm.
So how you are going to manage the cash?
Yeah.
See, that is the reason you'll find
Mhm.
dispute is there, credit management is there, because uh, mostly what happens is that companies go ahead and sell their products on credit basis. So it becomes very
Yep.
important from the order to cash management perspective. If you don't have money with you in your bank account, you won't be able to create or manufacture a new product, right? Or new unit. So that is all
Yep.
related with the managing of the money. That is the reason you'll find over your treasury and risk, okay? Everything over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So will that be covered in this module or it
The,
does have a separate?
to be very true, this is of a very higher level. Okay. Uh, the people who do this,
Okay.
they are known as treasury and risk management consultants. So you will find very
Okay.
few people in that particular department. Okay. So those people are at least they will have SAP FICO experience of at least 10 years, approximately 10 years. Then
Okay.
they go ahead and do certain certifications and then they go into this. Okay. Okay.
So under which financial module it comes in? Like you said, like MMBO or something,
No, no,
right?
it,
So
it, it
under
is
which?
connected with finance only. It is connected with finance only.
Okay.
But the thing is that,
Mhm.
to be very true, you won't get an easy entry after doing this. Okay. Because people, uh,
Okay.
the certification and it's all about money. So it is like managing the money of your company. So it's a bigger thing. Okay.
Yep.
So, but it is part of finance only, but at a very higher level. Okay. So when you
Okay.
start your career into SAP after 5 to 6 years, if you feel that, you can then go ahead and do those certifications. Clear?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, guys, see if you're seeing over here, you're seeing a document over here, right? Now, what is this document? This document gives you details about this particular node. Now, let us click on, take for example, this controlling. Okay. I'm just clicking over here. See, this section contains all information required for implementing controlling. Okay. I'll just go into one of the modules and just check it. Now let us go over here. Go into financial accounting. Okay. Now let us go to, take for example, we go to accounts receivable. Okay. We'll go over here. So this is actually known as a performance assistant. Now if you see over here, it will give you details about this particular node. See, this particular node is about accounts receivable. So in the following activities, you make the settings for accounts receivable and accounts payable. Okay. Additional information, it is stating to fully understand this implementation guide, you should be familiar with using the SAP system. For more information, read the document getting started with R3 system. Okay. For more information, so SAP is also providing you a library. So this is the library. This is the location of the library. Okay. SAP NetWeaver, Solutions Lifecycle Management and Customizing. So what SAP does is that in each and every node, it also provides you a document. Sometimes, if your version is not a latest version, when you're in the company which you're working, it will have features only specific to that particular version. Okay. So that is the reason companies try to upgrade, or it is also known as enhancements. They do enhancements in order to improve their system and the features. Now, if you see over here, if I want to go back, I can click on this arrow. This is about the product assistance. Okay. Then you have the technical information. Now, this particular page doesn't have a technical information, but if I want to have a technical information, I can go into one particular T code. Okay. Then if I want to edit this document, it is possible over here. Then you have a translation of, you can translate the document. It is not providing the feature for this. I think so. This is a training one. That is the reason. Then if I want, we can print this also. Okay. So this is about the performance assistant. In each and every transaction code, SAP provides you this type of a document. Now let us see. Okay. Close up. Okay. Now let us go to uh let us go to let us go to the end user app screen. So this is the end user screen. Just closing this. Now if you see, this was the favorites. Okay, this is already with the this particular system. Now if you see over here, this is the screen. This is known as the SAP Easy Access screen. SAP Easy Access screen means this is the screen where the end user works. So Siva, you currently use tiles, right? You don't use
Yes.
this screen. You don't use this screen, right?
No, we don't use GUI. We use just use the
That
tiles.
Yeah, you just log in and those tiles are assigned to you. Those are
Yes.
the roles. Okay. So what happens
Yes.
over here? So
Yes.
this is the SAP Easy Access screen. The companies which don't not providing tiles, they use this screen. Okay. Now, if you see over here also you will find different modules. Here it's logistics, accounting, human resource. Okay. Here also you will find. Now let us go to accounting, our module. Okay. In accounting, you will again find the same replica that we have in the IMG guide, the consulting screen. You will find the same replica over here. Okay. Same, all the details are the same, right? So you have financial accounting, everything, controlling is there. Now, if you see in financial accounting, you have different subsections. You have general ledger, accounts receivable, account payable, contract, accounts receivable, banks account. Okay. So it is, you have the same details, whatever you configure in the IMG screen, you will find the same details over here. Okay. So this is the screen where the end users work. Now, if Siva didn't have the tile access, he would need to go through these screens. Like if you go over here, general ledger, this is the document entry. So this is like FB50. So you do the normal GL entry, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'll just show you one screen over here. Uh, Daniel and Sweta, do you all have any queries, or am I being too fast? Because you all are not responding.
No, you're good.
Yeah, yeah. You
Good.
all are there, right? Yeah. Just try to give me verbal nods
Yeah.
that you all are okay, available. Thanks. Now let us go over here. Let us go into this screen. Okay. So this is the screen, Siva. If you see over here, this is the document date. Okay. So in the tiles, you put in the document date as well, right?
Yes.
You put in the document date. Okay. You put in the document date that you see over here. Okay. Then you have the posting date. Posting date is the date on which you're posting it, right?
Yeah.
Then you also have the reference. You can give the reference of the entry also. Then if you see over here, the GLs, after clicking on the tile, do you come to this screen, Siva?
it will be a different one, but the informations are the same.
Almost the same. Okay, good. So this is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So here it is a company code. So you'll have a company code over here. The company that you're working for, that company code would be available over here. Then you have the GLs. Then you can give the drop down whether it's a debit or a credit transaction. Then you have the amount in local currency or the document currency. Okay. So these settings, whatever you see on this screen, this is created by a consultant or a developer in the IMG screen or the consulting screen. Okay. So we create over there, and then only it is possible for you to go ahead and or the end users to go ahead and post it over here. If you see the document type, the GL document type is SA. Okay, this is the document type. Okay, so this configuration is done by the
Yeah.
consultants. Okay, now if you see over here, if I want to go ahead and change the company code to a different company code, I can do it from here. Then you have the simulate function. Simulate means before actually posting, SAP provides you the option of showing, okay, SAP provides you the option that before posting, it will give you a preview. Like we have the print preview, right? Similar way, before
Yeah.
posting the transaction, SAP provides you the option of simulation. So once you simulate, before exactly posting the document or creating a document number, it will show you on the system, see, these are the GLs which have been debited, these are the GLs which have been credited. Okay. So this is how it works. After posting, it will create a document number that you will see once we go ahead, okay, into the course. So this is about SAP. If you see over here, you can directly save it from here, or you can also go ahead and do Control S. In order to post, you can do Control S also, or you can click on this save icon. And this is the command field. Like take, for example, if I want to go to /NSPRO, I go from here. Okay. Now I want to go to that screen, particular screen. It is known as FB50/NFB50. It will take me to that screen. See. So instead of tiles, I can also go through this. So it depends on the access that we have. Okay. Clear, everyone?
So this is the end user one, right?
This is the end user one. This is the end user.
Okay. So one question I would ask you, do we cover, I don't know whether do we cover this on this? There is one tool which we use like analysis for office. So like an Excel add-in where we pull all the data from the SAP S/4HANA into an Excel model. So do we cover that? Yes?
So
Or you have any idea
download it from where do you download from SAP? You download into Excel sheet, right?
No. From Excel, we have a kind of an add-in. What we call that add-in is analysis for office that is provided by SAP to SAP. So do we cover anything on this here? Just
to be very true, that is like a live environment, okay? And that is a customization that your company has taken. So because what happens is that that is a customization that is provided by the SAP, but depends on your company requirements. Your company is being charged for that particular add-in, okay? And it differs from company to company. That's like a customization. It's not like a standard car, okay? It's a customized car, okay? So that is a particular feature of your your own company. Many companies have some other feature also wherein you can directly go ahead and add details on the Excel sheet and directly upload it in the system. That is also possible. And SAP system will run that particular batch, and 1,000 documents would be posted, 1,000 entries would be posted. So it's like a customization for one particular company. So that's not like a standard one. But yes, in this course, we are going to try to cover everything that is standard in SAP that is provided. Clear? Yeah? Okay, great. Both of you all, do you all have any queries? You all are not asking any queries, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, Mohammed, just one question.
Go ahead.
Currently, this training is going to be based on S/4HANA. So,
yeah.
will we be comfortable to work on ECC as well if
Can you be
we
louder,
write on
Daniel? You're not.
S4HANA?
Can you be a bit louder?
Yeah, so will we be comfortable to work on ECC as well if we just get right on S4HANA?
Absolutely, 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 absolutely. See, SAP S/4HANA is the, you could say, the current version. SAP ECC is going to be outdated. Okay, after some more years, SAP is going to withdraw full support for the companies which have ECC. So that is like an upgradation. But yes, definitely, whatever you see, I don't have the access to the ECC one. Okay, I could have shown it to you. Okay, separately as well. It's similar, same thing, but SAP S/4HANA, it has some more features as compared to, because earlier it was not cloud. The data was not stored at cloud, on the cloud level. Now S/4HANA is much faster as compared to ECC. ECC was slow. So there are many features, okay? There are many features. But the best thing for you to learn is S/4HANA, because that is the current market demand, okay? If you go ahead with ECC, many few companies will try to hire ECC people, okay? If you tell ECC. But the difference is not much more. It's better to get yourself trained on S/4HANA, the latest version, okay? Yeah, Daniel?
Okay, Mohammed. So this training will also cover the differences between ECC and
Absolutely,
S4HANA, right?
absolutely,
So you'll
absolutely,
be
absolutely. What I'll be doing is that
okay,
whenever I go to a particular section, I would be giving you the differences there itself. Like if I go to bank accounting, I'll be showing you now. Earlier there was some changes, and now there are certain changes. I'll be showing it to you during the real time training. So you don't need to worry on
okay,
that front.
got
You
it.
don't need to worry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Now
okay, thank
let
you.
us come to, yeah. Thanks. Shweta, do you have any queries before I go ahead? Because we are almost going to complete the session within 5 minutes. Yeah, let us go. So the one question is, who can learn SAP FICO? Yes, anybody can learn SAP. You just need to have the basics, knowledge of the basics of finance and accounting. You need to know the golden rules of accounting. Okay. You need to understand SAP from business point of view. It won't be like you would just be doing one particular task or 3 to 4 transactions. It is now in SAP, you need to know SAP from the business point of view. You need to start uh, thinking from the business perspective, okay? Like a P2P process, O2C process, R2R process, okay? So you need to start thinking that way. So in this training, you will be learning everything from scratch. So I'll try to add uh, from the third day, or you could say fourth day of this session, I will also be touching on the basics of accounting. I'll also have take one session for the basics of accounting. Daniel, you have completed BSc, I understand. So you don't need to worry on that front, okay? I will be taking one particular session of the basics of accounting regarding the golden rules of accounting, how to apply it on the system. So that would be a brush up, and you would say a learning for you as well. Okay. Now, the only expectation that I have from you all as a students is that your desire to learn. See, if you have that curiosity, if you give me that commitment that we'll be practicing on a daily basis, at least for 40 to 45 minutes, okay, whatever is taught in the class, so that will help you all to remember each and everything on a daily basis. Okay, so that is what is my expectation from you all. So so do you all guarantee that you have the desire to learn and you'll be practicing on a daily basis, guys? Yeah. Siva, Daniel,
Yes,
Yes,
Shweta. Yeah.
yes, we do.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, ma'am.
if you practice on a daily basis, see, SAP stands for practice. Many people will not tell you it's all about practice. If you don't practice, see, if you worked on Excel, if you have worked on Excel sheet, when you're not practicing those formula like the VLOOKUP formula, you forget that formula, right? Similar way with SAP, you have to practice on a daily basis, and we are there as an institute to help you. Okay. So let us come to the last section. Do you all have any queries? Question answer session. So this is like the last topic before closing this session, day one session. Okay. So do you all have any queries for me? Any questions?
Do we
Siva?
need to have any kind of an, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. Do we need to know any other kind of a knowledge or any other kind of a steps to complete this course apart from this SAP
See, SAP is all about SAP, right?
to be
So
best in
yeah,
FICO?
no, nothing. Whatever you require as a fresher, okay, to crack the interview, we will be providing you everything,
Mhm.
whether it be study material, access. The only thing is that, see, for you all, see, students are enthusiastic, right? But you'll have to practice on a daily basis. That is very important, okay? Because when I also trained like 15 years ago, okay? So I also practiced on a daily basis because until and unless whatever I teach you, the concept, and when you practice, then more doubts will come to your mind. And then you can go ahead and ask me questions, okay? So very important to practice, okay? Whatever things you require as a fresher, for cracking the interview, we would be providing you that. So you don't need to worry on that front. Okay, Siva?
Okay. So, because the systems keeps evaluating, right? Like different versions used to come. Earlier it was ECC and now S4 HANA.
No,
So,
what I'll tell
is
you,
there S4 HANA?
see what I'll tell
Yeah.
you. S4 has just started, right? So it will continue for at least like 20 years now. And whenever you are
Okay.
current, you work also in the company tries to upgrade you, right? It tries to provide you certain trainings.
Mm.
But it won't be a drastic change. At least now S4 will be there at least for 15-20 years. Because if you see the history of ECC also, it is almost 20 plus years now. Okay, it is almost 20 plus years. So you don't need to worry on that front. Okay, clear?
So if there, because there will be some kind of a version changes also may happen. So
See,
if
version,
that is
see,
the
in
case,
each year the version, SAP releases its version, but the version means there are certain additional features which you have to buy.
yeah,
So it depends on your company, whether your company wants to buy that or not. Like what you said, SAP Office analysis, right? You all have that. Some
yeah.
companies have JE upload, okay, uploading. Some companies might have different
Yes,
customization.
we
So
do
it
have.
depends on the requirements in which company you're working for. So
Yeah.
you don't need to worry on that front. That is very small part. But the main thing is that you need to have SAP, you need to learn SAP as a whole. That is very important. Those things, because see,
Yeah.
I'm working as a consultant and SAP has a new feature now. Okay. My company wants to install it. So what will I do? I'll have to learn it, right? I'll have to, and company
Yeah.
arranges the demo with the SAP company also. Before getting it,
Mm.
we'll also get a demo from the SAP, because SAP also has its own team. You all have heard SAP Labs India? SAP Labs India, you all have heard? It is based out of Bangalore. So SAP has its own developers
Mm.
also, okay, who are actually creating SAP system for us. Okay, so you don't need to worry on that front, Siva.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
No, my question was different. My
Yeah,
question was slightly different.
yeah, go ahead.
So, leave out the company. Okay, leave out the company perspective. So, as a consultant, I need to develop my skill set, right? So, on this part,
See,
so to understand what is new thing is
clear,
coming
clear.
up in SAP and everything. So, where could I find it if any new upgrades are happening? So, those kinds of things I'm just
See,
asking you.
see, I'll tell you
Yeah.
first main thing I'll tell you, Shiva. See, your communication is also very good. Okay, so the main thing for consultants or a functional consultant is all about, first about you need to be technically sound. Okay, so whatever you learn, you'll be technically sound. The other thing is about your communication skills. Very important, because what happens,
Yeah.
the technical people, the coding people don't know English. To be very true, they are not that much fluent in communication skill. So we are like the face of we who are facing the client. So we have to speak with the client, we have to understand their requirements, then we have to explain this requirement logic to the ABAP people or the technical people, okay? And then we go ahead and design or create a solution for them. Then we have to again go back to the customer or the client, okay, and explain what exactly we have created for them, or what is the proposal for them. Okay, so communication skill is very important. In SAP financial accounting, it's you need to be good into accounting in the sense whatever is required. No need to worry, Daniel and Sweta, on that front. Okay, I'll be covering one particular session. So, and the other thing you are talking about, like there is a different version. Okay, see, version, what happens is that if you're talking about the version also, uh, when you go for the interview as a fresher, Siva, it's not like in the 40 to 45 minutes interview, they won't be asking you something which is recent or something that is not required for a fresher. Okay, whatever is required for a fresher, they would be asking you those things. They won't go into asking you queries for 5+ years of experience. The interview won't go, because I also conduct interviews. I know on that front, because we are given whatever people we interview. Okay, take for example, it's 1+ year, 2+year, 3+year. We are given a template, and we go ahead and ask the questions based on those templates only. So nothing to worry on that front. Additional things which are coming. Okay, but the main thing is that SAP, that is very important as a fresher for the interviewer. Clear now?
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Okay then. So Daniel and Sweta, you all don't have any query. So are we good to close for today?
Yes, Mohan.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys. So we'll meet tomorrow. Yeah. Same time, 7 a.m. in the morning. Take care, everyone.
Yep.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye.